I need to tell you a story, something horrible that happened. One spring, it was raining real hard, and we were making a movie, and I decided that something happened. I decided I would take care of it. My friend said, let's go to lunch. And it was a beautiful day outside, and I said, oh man, okay. And we started talking about the book we were reading. And we're having this great discussion. It's this normal book with all these ideas and concepts, and we're doing all this stuff in ASL, and we're popping it back and forth to each other. And we're talking, having a great conversation. We're popping. He's real interested. I'm real interested. And then I didn't remember the last word. The last word I'm signing, I slammed it on my finger. And man, I went back down to my knees. My friend's looking at me like, dude, you're down to your knees. In a story? Wow, that's a part of the story? I'm like, oh no, my finger. And I looked at it and, what the, what? It really didn't work. It's broken. My finger is broken, literally, and I'm shocked. And I'm freaking out, and I'm like, what? And I'm looking up, and my friend's looking at me. I'm still kneeled down, and he's like, whoa. And then we brought me to the hospital. We rushed me there. We drive there. We get going there. And I remember thinking, oh, how horrible that felt. It wasn't soft. It was real hard. 2 days to 3 days later, after I broke my finger, I felt nothing. And I'm still in the hospital, and it's really hurting. I'm waiting for them to see me in the hospital. My finger's still broken and hanging off. And then it's like, oh my God, dude, what? So a man came up, and he was like an assistant or a helper or something like that, the doctor and the helper. And they came up, and they like go real fast through the hospital, and they're like, and I and three men start having a conversation. The two of them are here. I'm here. They're excited, whatever else. I still got my finger broken. And they're like, dude, what? What is going on? And he thought I was doing like a trick or something like that, like removing the finger on and off or something. But no, it wasn't a trick. And they were like, oh, shocked. And they're like trying to help me. My hand, I started laughing at it. I started laughing like, it's hilarious. And I'm like, oh. And they're laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. And then he starts laughing and starts laughing and laughing. And we're laughing and laughing and laughing. And soon enough, we finish up with the hospital. I have no idea. We go into the hospital, and we go into the office, and I've got my arm across the desk, sort of, and I put my card up on them and tell them what's wrong, and I show them, yeah, my finger's broken, and they're like, yeah, that's broken, and she's typing and typing, yeah, that's broken. And then there's this like machine or something that comes in, and they look at me and they see that my finger's broken, and the elevator door closes. Yeah, it's funny. And I go in there, and I'm waiting, and the interpreter meets me. He's a really good interpreter. He says, what's up? Hey. And it's like, the finger. Sees the finger. What happened? He's looking at me, looking at the finger. It was an ASL accident, the interpreter said. An ASL accident? The interpreter thought that I told the interpreter I pushed my finger real hard. And the interpreter was thinking. And I'm waiting. And for the doctor to come, and the assistant to come, and everything else. to stitch up my finger and to pop it back into place and everything else. And the doctor says, I want to practice a little bit. So I explained to the assistant, was explaining, and I swivel, they staple into my fingers. 3 different staples, 3 different stitches all around it. The woman puts her gloves on. And they pull it super duper hard to pop it back into place. And I scream, oh man, that hurt. It felt good again. The finger wasn't broken anymore like it had been. I can bend every finger but that pinky finger that I'd hurt. So I would sign with one hand all the time. And it would feel like that finger was broken. And then finally I was able to sign with both hands again. It was perfect. And I finished working on that movie. I thought, do you see that?